Hi, my name's Sue Acheson and I'm an artist that works in ceramics. I make sculptural work in my studio, which is just north of Warrigal, a place called Rokeby, and we live more or less in the bush, which I absolutely adore. It gives me so much inspiration for my work. The work that I make at the moment is based around the energy produced by people and their relationships with the surroundings and with each other. I make a series of balls. These are thrown on a wheel, and each one is a representation of a person. Each ball shows the personality of the person, and it shows their response to different situations, and each ball has a relationship with each other. On the balls, because of the way that I fire them, which is in a wood-fired kiln, each side is different. So some of the surfaces are bright and shiny and colourful, which it represents to me the side that comes out when we're with people we don't know very well. When we want to make an impression, we get dressed up, we put our makeup on, we put our best face forward. And then there's another side which is quieter, more interesting, and this is the personality that we save for people that we love and know well. All these balls are arranged in groupings which reflect some of the different situations that we find ourselves in. It could be home, it could be work, it could be play. And we create our own territories. Some of the balls are large and loud, others are small and quieter and subtle. But each of them are complex and they're interesting when you get to know them better. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, just like people, and colours. Each one is an individual. I fire them all in a wood-fired kiln. The wood is sourced from our block and prepared by me and also my husband. And the kiln, when it's fired up, produces the wood produces ash and flames, which heats the kiln up to 1300 degrees. That flame and ash deposits itself onto each of the pieces, either onto the raw clay or onto the glaze. And where a lot of ash is deposited, it can create texture and shine, quite glitzy sometimes and very subtle at others. When fired if they were to be fired in an electric kiln, the whole of the ball would be plain and even and not have this character. The marks that I make on the pieces is a response to the bush that's around me. During early morning and late evening, the light that comes through the trees is very strong, and it makes pathways on the ground, long shadows crisscrossing, and the light coming through, highlighting different areas on the ground and on anything it touches. This is echoed in the wood firing process as the flame runs through in the gaps between the pieces, the light and the flame coming through and creating light shadows on pieces. The ash also collects in on the edge of the indentations of the marks that I make, as light does in objects in its path. The relationship of each piece in every sculpture that I make is important, as I feel that people influence each other to some extent. A passing meeting or a relationship may leave a lasting impression on each other. This can be seen as a shadow or a ray of light too.